To Stick at Night. I'm Hudson County Commissioner Anthony Romano from District 5, representing the cities of Hoboken and Jersey City. We have some good guests with us tonight, another example of the diversity that's happening here in Hudson County. So stand by.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Welcome back to Stick at Night. We have with us today another example of the diversity of Hudson County, with location in Bayonne, with mobility construction, and with us is this Chief Financial Officer, Jeff Wolf, and the Chief Nursing Officer, Senen DeCastro. Welcome. So tell us about your company.
Our company's mobility family of companies. We were created to help seniors, elderly, and disabled live at home independently in their golden years. So we provide mobility construction services, ramps, grab bars, bathroom modifications, mobility in motion. We provide home physical therapy in the comfort of their own home for the elderly and the seniors that cannot get out of the house. And we also do home care through executive home care, where we send our caregivers to people's homes.
So I'm assuming that you work with Medicare, Medicaid also. How does that work?
Yes. With our mobility and motion, which is the physical therapy, we take care of the Medicare population, and we help them support as much as we can to live at home or to age at home.
Now, is there certain areas of the county that you handle?
All of it. We cover the whole state of New Jersey for all of our services.
And I heard you work with two good friends of mine, Maria Florendo, who is with Trinity Concierge, and my dear friend, her father, Michael. How is that?
So we met them through our network, and actually they tried to help us with all the businesses that we have, and it's working out so good because through them we met you.
Yeah, Mike is a wealth of knowledge and resources with my other friend, Paul Nunziato.
Yes.
So
thank you.
Give us an example of exactly like what are you doing this week? What's your goals?
Okay, so right now with our home care, which is the mobility family of one of the mobility family of companies, we call it, we're franchised through executive home care. We focus on the diversity, inclusion, and equality of all the people that we have in Hudson County, Bergen County, and all the counties that we have here. So we provide them in-home health care with the support of our qualified and experienced caregivers. So they live at home for their golden years, and they can live there happily as long as they can.
What are the qualifications that you have to have? Is it go by Medicare standards? Or
Yes, we are through Medicare standards, and they have to be a CNA or CHHA.
Oh, okay.
They are a certified home health aide.
You answered my next question. So they're definitely certified personnel.
That's correct.
They're certified, and we've been in business for 13 years. We've had a lot of caregivers stay with us for many years. We've set up 401k plans, so we've had a pretty constant employee base. So
you're the whole package. When you need work done, you're going to construct the necessary ramps or equipment that's needed to care for people. How does that work? Do you get paid by the people, or?
It varies. I mean, it starts with all the Jersey City Medical Center, where we get referred by the hospital, usually the social workers, discharge planners, where they're sending a patient home and they need a lot of things. They need physical therapy. They may need a caregiver for the first couple of weeks after a surgery. And we could do that all. We like to think of it as one-stop shopping for aging in place at home.
And as you know, as you know, the Medicaid, they have programs, MLTSS and all these programs that most of them are our clients. the MS Society. They're our clients, so we service them and give them the support that they need at
Do
home.
you work then with Barnabas? You mentioned. Do you work also? What about Christ Hospital and
We
Hoboken
haven't
Hospital?
gotten to those yet, but we will
Well,
try
anything I
to.
can do to help you
Oh,
because they're in my district.
please
And
do.
this not only is this county most diversified, probably in the United States, but also there's so many people that are under the poverty level
Mhm.
that need attention and care. Anything I can do at that end, tell Mike, will introduce him to some people from both those hospitals.
That would be great.
That will be great.
So,
Thank you.
and you work with, I'm assuming, nursing centers too, nurse care. We
Yes,
have a lot.
yes.
We have Harborview, we have Hamilton Park.
Right, right.
A lot of the
Alaris.
yes, a lot of the Alaris we work with, a lot of the rehab facilities, they're discharging 50 people a week back to their home, and the key is to have a safe discharge, and that's what we're all about, to help the social worker and the discharge planner make sure that make sure the person get into the house if it needs a ramp, make sure there are grab bars in the shower, make sure there's a caregiver to help the people with meals until they get back on their feet.
Also, I'm going to ask you about Alzheimer patients.
Yes, we
Act Now Foundation. I'll introduce you to them too. We just had their annual gala. They raised a tremendous amount of money. The two ladies who started that, initially I got them involved in the county, and they've grown leaps and bounds in the 5 or 6, 7 years, whatever it is. So anything we could do. After we come back from a commercial break, we'll continue this discussion. This is so interesting for our seniors out there to know that you have these resources available from these wonderful people. And then you can tell me more about how Mike, Mr. Energy, gets involved. We'll be right back. Stick at night.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Welcome back to Stick at Night. And we have a great discussion going on here. Our seniors should especially pay attention, and all our caregivers and all those who have family members that are starting to fall into that bracket. Go get them.
Oh, we started talking about memory care. One of the things last year, we purchased a memory care facility to help. We saw so many of our home care clients and elderly that need a higher level of care. So rather than see them go to these large facilities where some people with memory care may get lost in the shuffle, we have a nice homely facility in North Brunswick, not too far from Essex County, that to help people that have that really have outgrown the ability to age in place at home.
Well, hopefully through Mike and all his magic, we can get one here in Hudson
more
County.
here. Yes.
Especially knowing our population of seniors is booming, it's rising, and we have to think that way. Greg, you would like to say something?
Also, aside from giving them this excellent service, we also provide them with their knowledge. So we educate them. All the caregivers, we give them an in-service education about Alzheimer, about how to take care of them at home. And we also do a large workforce. We try to help most of these unemployed people to be employed in our company. So it's all diversified through all our necessary.
Now, you're an RN, BSN?
Yes, BSN, Masters in Nursing
NP?
Administration.
NP?
Not yet. I'm going through it. DNP, yes.
That's great. Congratulations. I think that's important to know, that the personnel that are administering this program have the right qualifications and certifications to service the needs of those residents of ours that are going to be in your care. It makes the families feel good to know that, this is for real.
Yeah, that's how we started out, to tell people that a nurse owns the company and is not only an owner active in the company and meeting with every client, gives the families a lot of comfort.
So you both are the co-founders and co-owners.
Correct.
Correctly. No,
For
that's
13
awesome.
years.
How many years?
13 years.
13
Lucky
years.
13.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what else can you tell us about what your goals are with your company?
Well, our goals is really to diversify all our workforce and our services to all the people that needed our help, especially the underserved population. So this is our passion to help out our people who, especially in the community where you are.
Oh, I think it's so true.
Unfortunately, with healthcare, especially seniors aging, there's a gap. There's large gaps in the Medicare and Medicaid system that don't allow the needed funds for elderly to really
Wow.
live independently. So we've created the CareWell Assist program to be able to offer some services at subsidized costs.
Do you work at all with your state legislators to see if there's any laws or grants that are out there that could help you maybe adjust or request some policy changes, law changes, or grant monies?
Right.
Who do you work with?
So actually, I'm a member or I'm a board of director of the Philippine Nurses Association Foundation of
I support
America.
them all the time.
Yeah, of America and in New Jersey. So I'm both in the community services and humanitarian services. So we do a lot of wellness clinic in Hudson County, Bergen County, all over the place.
But isn't it true there's a nursing shortage right now?
There's a nursing shortage, but we have this program where we can recruit from another country, especially, of course, where I can have some easy people to come in.
Is it still? Is it very hard to bring nurses in?
Well, used to be it wasn't, but now with the changes of our services, it's probably gonna be harder.
Well, going forward, what is something that you would like to see? Like, for example, with Mike, what are you doing with Mike to increase people's knowledge of what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
What does Mike do?
Okay, Mike will help us to connect with the people who has the influencer. Right. Because, like we have a nonprofit organization for developmentally disabled. It's a group home. So we can probably also create a home here where we can put those homeless people or elderly people who doesn't have house or homes to live in.
Well, also, how does one family, if someone's listening or watching the show, how does one get in touch with you?
They can get in touch through...
Give us your number.
732-308-1512. That's our home office for all the companies, 732-308-1512, or www.mobilityconstruction.com for the construction, for elderly construction, www.mobilityinmotion for home physical therapy needs, and www.executivehomecare for home care needs.
Yeah, that gives the people choices. We want our seniors out there to know. I want you to go get involved too with, for example, the Hoboken Senior Center. Why aren't you down there talking about your program?
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Look forward to working with you, getting into the two hospitals we mentioned, and also Bayonne Hospital, and to see if any needs that we could do as elected officials to help you and your business out. Please give my regards to Rockstar Maria, even Mike and Paul. I'm your commissioner, Anthony L. Romano, for Stick at Night. Thank you for listening in, and we'll be right back.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Welcome back to Stick at Night. We have with us today Mr. B.B. Stevens. a musician, another part of the great cultural aspects of Hudson County. Mr. Stevens?
Hey, it is my pleasure to kick back with Stick. Totally, man.
B.B., tell us about your history.
Okay. I've been in the entertainment industry for over 5 decades now, and I've been on both sides of the desk. I've been on the performing side and the creative side, and I've been on the business side of the desk. I started back, I guess I got signed when I was like 15 years old to Decca Records in New York.
Wow.
And that was a happy time for me, but eventually I got married, family, business, everything else came in there. And I kind of decided to start an entertainment promotion and marketing corporation, which has been rather successful over the years. And it's
What's the name?
It's Mia Mind Music, and we're based now in Hoboken, New Jersey. And I love doing the entertainment promotion and marketing business, but I always promised myself I was going to get back into the creative and the performing side, which at this point I've returned, and hey, I'm back, baby.
Who are some of the musicians that you've worked with?
Over the years, I worked with Tommy James of Tommy James and the Shondells. Wow. Sure. I've worked with groups like The Foundation, a British group. Had a hit, Fill Me Up, Buttercup back in the 70s.
60s. Right?
Around between 69, 70. And Richie Havens. Richie was a mentor of mine.
Did he live in Jersey City too?
Yes, he did. And he was a wonderful person, Richie.
He died recently, didn't he?
Yes, and rest in peace, RH, man. Really, I miss the dude. But over the years, because of the way things changed in the art world, I worked with a great deal of hip hop artists and also even jazz artists. So very diverse.
So it's interesting when you say jazz artists, because jazz is making a strong comeback.
Yeah, I love jazz.
Now, where do you play now?
Well, one of my favorite places to play when I'm in Hoboken and hanging out in Hoboken is a great little location called Louise and Jerry's. And they are fantastic. I've made more great acquaintances there and good buddies there than any place else in the world. And the owner of that establishment gave me the opportunity to come up when the weather was nice to do my daily rehearsals outside the establishment. So I not only got to rehearse, but I got an abundance of sunshine, which I adore.
It'll be getting warm again. So
yes, and I hope I can come back and do that again, because
I'm sure the owner will let you.
It's my favorite location. And other than that, just these days, pretty much just between Manhattan and New Jersey, I've been playing a lot of the different clubs.
How do you see that? How the music scene has changed or shifted within our urban area of Manhattan, Hoboken, Jersey City? Is it still the music and art center of this area, or has it moved on?
It's moved on.
Gentrification, right?
Well, what's happened, especially in New York City and Jersey too, unfortunately, is it's become more about commercialism than art. And back in the day when I started playing down in Greenwich Village in the 1960s, 70s, all these clubs that I played at had their own following. And whether you were known or not, if you got booked at the club, the room was typically full, and it was great exposure for you and your music. These days, most of the establishments expect you to bring in the people besides playing for free. And so it's a double whammy for a musician. How do you earn a living? And plus, how do you build your following up if, you've got a guarantee you're going to bring in 30 people for a show at some establishment. So that's one of the sad aspects of the way that the live performance scene has changed over the years. And it's much better outside of the metropolitan area than it is locally. There are actually still clubs out there, like up in Maine and other places that have.
Well, it's funny that you said that. I remember years ago when Hoboken started to change, that there was a big artist community. When no one wanted to be in Hoboken and Jersey City, the artists and musicians came and actually established, wonderful culture. But then as time moved on and as property values soared, and there was the return to the golden area of Hoboken and Jersey City and Manhattan, that it seems to be a push out of artists and musicians. Couldn't afford it, basically.
You're absolutely right. I spent 35 years existing as a street fighter in Manhattan, struggling along there, playing music in the music industry. And I moved to Hoboken, nearly 14 years ago, which is the best move ever made in my life. I love this place. In fact, my upcoming album that's coming out this year on Stryker Virgin Records is titled Hoboken.
Really?
And yes, it's dedicated to this to that fine little town.
And I hope when that CD comes out, I can hear it.
Oh, promise you. In fact, you'll get an autographed copy.
I would really like that. So, do you see that you're going to stay in this area, or that you're going to have to go out to other areas to make sure that your music is showcased?
I'll do whatever the record company tells me to do. You know, being with a record company is an employment agreement. And so they're the boss. I'm the employee.
Well, when we come back from commercial break, we're going to continue with BB, the importance of music to the culture of our county, and to have someone with such experience, 5 decades. So we'll be right back to Stick at Night. Thank you.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Welcome back to Stick at Night. Let's continue our discussion on the music scene in Hoboken and Jersey City and Manhattan with B.B.Stevens and his 5 decades of experience, and the record album that he made is just going to come out soon. BB, tell us more.
Well, 5 decades makes me sound rather old, doesn't it? But yeah.
But you're a link actually to the change in music. You go back, I guess, to the counterculture movement, I would assume.
Exactly.
So where music, as you mentioned, Richie Havens. It was interesting to know, I watched the documentary on the Wrecking Crew. I didn't realize that Leon Russell was part of the Wrecking Crew. And that's an amazing group. I was mesmerized by that documentary.
No, they're phenomenal studio musicians. They really were, and backed many of the greatest out there over the years.
Wow. So continue with your history, how you interacted with people as Richie Havens.
Well, essentially, Richie, I met when I was in Brazil. I was living in Brazil in 1970. I was on a soap opera, actually. I was, I guess, 17 years old, and only lasted a year before they wrote me out by killing me in a motorcycle accident. But yeah, I played a hippie on there named Steve, and the only thing I had to do was ride in on a motorcycle into scenes, flash the peace sign, say peace, and then ride out. And I got a paycheck to do that.
So you were an actor besides a musician?
I would never call myself an actor. I was lucky. I landed the position, and I don't know how I landed because everybody else was so well trained and had studied acting, and I didn't know.
So where was the last place you played recently?
Last place I played was Finnegan's, Finnegan's Pub on Willow and 8th Street in Hoboken.
How was the reception?
Very, very good. It was a very crowded that night, packed room and everything. It was a Sunday night, and it was a great reception.
What kind of music did you play?
I always play my own music. I'm a songwriter, singer-songwriter.
Would you consider it rhythm and blues?
No.
Jazz? What would you consider?
In the radio speak, what radio stations consider it is what's called Americana. Americana music's a combination of folk music, blues, soft rock, country, and western. So it's a fusion of those styles. Personally, I consider myself a rockabilly musician.
Yeah, explain to our audience what's a rockabilly.
Rockabilly just incorporates a little bit of a southern twang into the sound of what you're playing, both instrumentally and vocally. And it's almost like it's a combination between rock music and folk music. Kind of a little bit more southern folk rock would be a good way to explain it.
Do you play with other musicians?
Only in the recording studio. Typically, when I'm out performing, I just perform on my own. And what I do is just sing and play guitar.
So when you're in the studio, you have what you would call your form of wrecking crew, correct?
I have my own record crew. I'm very blessed. I have wonderful backup musicians, a wonderful record producer. Sir Douglas Fabiano produces all my records. And so I'm really very, very fortunate. And they make me sound like I actually know what I'm doing.
Do you consider retirement in your near future?
I consider death to be retirement. Until I draw my last breath, I'm going to keep doing this.
So music is the love of your life.
Indeed it is. It's ruined many of a marriage for me.
Oh, so where did you grow up?
All over the world. I'm actually a bashful, blue-eyed, befreckled, bewildered boy from Baltimore, Maryland. And I was lucky. I was born in a little town there called Reisterstown. If you've ever seen John Waters' films, he really captures the mentality of Baltimore people. And I was lucky that my parents got me out of there when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and we moved to Argentina, of all places.
Wow.
And I lived.
What's your background? Are you Italian?
No. I really don't know except a little bit of German in my blood here. My father was an orphan, so his background was never really, much. We didn't have all those gene tracing companies back in those days. So the only thing I know is my mom came from German heritage. She was second generation American, but her grandparents were from Germany.
Well, you've had a very interesting life so far. We're glad that you continue to be in Hoboken, part of the music scene, part of Louise and Jerry's, and we'll continue to see you perform out there in the sun and indoors also. We're going to have, I'm going to say goodnight to everyone, and then from Stick at Night, I'm Anthony L. Romano. Thank you, and we're going to have a little snippet.
Hope you're taking good care of yourself. Enjoyed an excellent workout this morning. Then lustily lingered in a long hot shower in a mysteries exploring. Glimpsed your ghost on Instagram. Can't move past the pain. Been trying to just let it go, yet still standing outside in the rain. Yeah, I miss you. Think of you a lot. You were always so good at reading the stars. How come you never saw starlight in me? Na 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 na.